All right. Well, hello everyone. My name's Andrew Beston-Laner. For my project, I did a PowerPoint, but I'll explain a little bit what I did with my project. So I'm going to share my screen. And so first off, I'm just going to kind of describe a little bit about my project. So with my project, I decided to kind of mix soccer into the restoration and the early restoration days. And so I decided to make a lineup. So 11 people that I think would be a great soccer team in regards to the restoration of the gospel of Jesus Christ, the early days. And it was amazing. I was able to learn a lot from this project. I was able to research about the people that were involved in the restoration and who really played an important part in the early parts of when the church was restored and the gospel was restored, right? And it's still being restored. But one of the major things that I learned was that, you know, everyone played a part. I could put a lot of different people on this lineup, but so many people played a huge part, and that's kind of what I'm going to talk about. And so I kind of want to show you first kind of who is all in the Restoration FC and what I did for each one of them. So right here, you can kind of see this is the formation I chose. It's a 4-3-3 in soccer, and it has a lot to do with the restoration, and one of the things that a 4-3-3 does in soccer is it provides like a lot of strength in the midfield. And so for my lineup, as the keeper right here, the goalkeeper, I chose Hiram Smith. At right back, David Whitmer. Center back was Samuel H. Smith. Another center back, Emma Smith. And then at left back, I chose Joseph Smith Sr. At center mid, alongside these two, I chose Oliver Cowdery, obviously Joseph Smith, as Joseph Smith being the captain, and Sidney Rigdon. And then at left wing, I chose Orson Pratt. At right wing, I chose Parley P. Pratt. And then center forward, I chose Martin Harris. And so what I did for each one of these people, so we'll kind of do like, I'll show you an example. So let's go with Hiram Smith first. I just put at goalkeeper Hiram Smith. And I talked a little bit about the position, each position. So like, for example, goalkeepers are important because they are the last line of defense. They the reason why teams win games is because they stop goals from going in. They're the wall of support, and they also help to motivate the team. And then on the right side, I kind of just described why Hiram would be a goalkeeper and what his role was in the restoration of the gospel. And so it's kind of cool. I was able to kind of think of why he's the goalkeeper, or what was so important about Hiram Smith and the restoration. And then I just kind of provided a little bit more info on him, using quotes from the Doctrine and Covenants and from different sources that I found. And it was really cool to see how much each person played a role, right? So I'll kind of like just go through each one of them with you guys. So obviously the starting lineup for the Restoration FC, here's Hiram Smith. We went through him. Emma Smith as center back, and then listed everything that was important with her. Samuel H. Smith, the center back. Joseph Smith Sr., left back, and then right back David Whitmer. And one thing I kind of focused on was like trying to learn more about why they were so important in the restoration, like what things that they did. For example, Emma helped so much with the translation of the Book of Mormon, and we wouldn't have that without her. We also wouldn't have the Book of Mormon, and the work wouldn't have been able to progress without Martin Harris with his wonderful contribution, his financial contribution, which is not like the main thing we focus on because he also had lots of faith and supported Joseph and stuff. But various reasons, like Oliver Cowdery was important because he was also a scribe, and he was one of the three witnesses. And then Sidney Rigdon, who was super important in like supporting Joseph and helping people get to know about the church. And he provided that very biblical knowledge in the time when we needed it, right? Obviously Joseph Smith, who was the prophet of the last dispensation, the prophet of the restoration, the first vision, everything we know about. And so that's why he's the captain, right? Because he was the prophet, and he was called to translate the Book of Mormon and restore and bring back the truths here in the latter days, right? So there's a little bit more on him. Then Orson Pratt, wonderful missionary, helped be able to baptize lots of people and spread the gospel out to everyone. He was also part of the 12, the first 12, and so there's so many things that we could talk about, and that I learned. I mostly learned that like everyone plays a part in the restoration. Even right now, we all play a part, right? We all have everything that we work on, everything that we're doing. And I also learned that like we shouldn't judge someone just because maybe they left the church, because some of these people left the church afterwards, but they played such an important role in making sure that the church flowed and was able to build up, and they bore testimony of the Book of Mormon and always kept that testimony. And so we should see them for the good things that they do and not the bad things. And then again, here's the slide with the formation and why the formation is important, and then also everybody in their positions. So I thought it was really cool because I enjoyed this project because I was actually able to just connect with soccer, because I really love soccer and I love everything to do with that. And so I was able to think about positions and team chemistry and why these people played such an important role in the restoration, and how that would work together as a team, and ultimately, each of their roles. And so it was an amazing experience. I loved it. And that's my project. Hopefully you all like it.